guys, it's ASBYT, and last week Apple dropped loads of new products including the AirPods and their brand new 2019 iMacs, and in today's video that is exactly what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to be taking you through step by step the top things that you're going to need to know if you're indeed interested in the brand new set of iMacs and whether you want to purchase them or not. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Now obviously one of the main reasons you may be interested in getting an iMac is because of video editing on Final Cut Pro. The other main alternative to Final Cut Pro is probably Adobe Premiere Pro. I will probably be learning how to use it in the near future, as can you, using today's video sponsor Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with more than 25,000 classes in not only video editing, for example, but also in other tech areas like mobile development, but also further afield with things like business and accounting and more creative skills like graphic design, and many, many more. A premium membership with Skillshare gives you unlimited access to join any classes and communities that you feel are right for you, whether you want to actually learn a new skill for work or just to appease your curiosity and just learn more life skills. Skillshare can be a perfect place for that. Skillshare is really affordable. If you don't want the hassle of going back to university or college, for example, there is an annual subscription which works out at less than $10 a month. The first 500 of my subscribers that go to the link in the video description below will get a free 2-month free trial. So make sure you go and check it out and join over 7 million creators learning with Skillshare. Right, so first thing to know is that the brand new iMacs haven't changed design one iota. They look exactly the same as when they were changed in 2012, I believe. They had a facelift then, and it's not changed ever since. And one thing to know, if you're interested in getting an iMac but you kind of wanted a refresh in the design, many people believe the next iteration will be the first year that they change the design. So if you're not desperate for a new iMac and the design is important, maybe just hold off for the next one. So the design hasn't changed, and neither has the displays either. So we still have the 4K Retina display offering 4096 by 2304 resolution and 500 nits brightness, and we also have the 5K Retina display offering 5120 by 2880 resolution and again 500 nits brightness. Is that terrible? No, it's still a really nice display, but again there's no improvement. So the two iMacs that are available to buy are the 21.5 inch and 27-inch varieties. One of the 21.5-inch options you can buy is the 7th generation Intel Core i5 Turbo Boost up to 3.6 GHz. Now that hasn't changed at all, and that is available for £1,000. Would I recommend buying that now, with it being dual core 7th gen and an SSD only available at 256 GB and the rest of them either hard drive or fusion drive? No, I'd leave that one. Now when we got to one of the new 21.5 inch iMacs, we have the 8th generation now, but we still have a hard drive on that base model, which is baffling in 2019, but you can obviously upgrade to an SSD, and I would advise doing that. It's going to be more money, obviously, and that is of course a quad-core i3. We can get an i5 as well in the 21.5 inch, and again we can spec that up to get rid of that fusion drive and have an SSD. So just for argument's sake, let's fully spec out this 21.5 inch. So if we go for the 6-core 8th generation iCore i7 processor with boost up to 4.6 GHz, we go to a 32 GB of DDR4 RAM, add the additional Radeon Pro Vega 20 with 4 GB of HBM2 memory, 1 TB of SSD storage, Magic Mouse 2 and Magic Trackpad 2, no software additions, but that will come out at $3,243. So that's quite an increase in price when you fully spec it out. Now we jump to the 27 inch, and all three are new. We've got a 6-core 8th gen i5, again with a 1 TB fusion drive starting at 1700, turbo boost up to 4.1 GHz. We've got a 6-core 8th generation Intel Core i5, turbo boost up to 4.3 GHz, and we've got a 6-core 9th gen Intel Core i5, turbo boost up to 4.6, but even though that starts at $2,249, just wait for this spec and price bump. So we can bump that to an 8-core 9th gen Intel Core i9 turbo boost to $5,000. gigahertz. We can go from the standard 8 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM to 64 gigabytes. We can go from the Radeon Pro 580X with 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory to a Radeon Pro Vega 48 with 8 gigabytes of HBM2 memory. And then the storage, from the starting 2 terabyte Fusion drive, we can go to a 2 terabyte SSD. Again, the Magic Mouse 2 and Magic Trackpad 2, and that bumps it up to $5,000 or pounds. Now, yes, we can make savings on this. You can add your own RAM instead of allowing Apple to do it. It is fairly easy unless you're completely not tech savvy at all. So you can save a good few £100 on putting your own RAM in and buying it off Amazon, for example. But as you spec the 2019 iMac up, it does really begin to cross borders with the iMac Pro. And the iMac Pro starts around $100 less than the top spec'd out 2019 iMac. The actual performance will kind of overlap now with the iMac Pro, so that boundary line is kind of fusing the two products, and it's an interesting move from Apple. So here's where you guys come in. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about the new 2019 iMac. Do you think it's lazy from Apple to not change the design, or are you quite happy with the way it looks and are just happy with the change in internals, or are you awaiting something else before you go out and buy a new iMac, or of course go with a different sort of desktop PC, for example? Again, let me know what you have or what you want and why. Like and share if you did enjoy this video and found it helpful. Subscribe and hit that notification bell if you're new to the channel and want to be notified every time I post a video on anything tech, pretty much daily content here on YouTube. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. Stay ASBYT. Peace out.